called okay, let's just type table first. Table. Now, did I tell you that? Let me put on my caps lock. Did I tell you that if you use caps lock tab, it's still going to work, right? Caps lock is still going to pick it, but please don't use caps lock for HTML. Don't code with HTML because it's not that it's not case sensitive, but don't use small letters. Okay, good. All right, so now let's type in table tab. Let's go. This time around, since we're creating, let's call it caption. Let's create a caption. Since we're creating a vertical heading table, let's call this vertical heading table. Good job. Okay, well done so far. I'm proud of you. Thank you so much. I'm proud of you. Now, this one right now, I don't need it. I don't need the semantics. I don't need the semantics of table head, table body, and table foot. Why? Because I want to create a vertical one. Now, vertical one, I can just start with straight away with tr, table row. Just like I told you that you don't also need it here if you don't want to use it. It's just good for semantics. Now, table row. This time I'm going to type with table head. Now, this table head, what's the table head here? Items, right? Good. Now, rather than put another table head, another table head, another table head to show that we're in the head, no, this time around we're using a vertical heading table. So you have to now use what we call TD with it. TD with it. So what's the item that we bought? We bought apples. Okay, let me just apple, lettuce, and berry. So let me just copy it. Let me come here. Let me come here. Shift, move a shift, right arrow. Okay, so I've copied two of them together like that. Let me come down here. Paste it. Good. Lazy man approach. Don't worry. If you are going to be a programmer, copy and paste is going to be your friend. A lot of it. You're going to use a lot of copy and paste. A lot. Okay, so the next one, let's save it, Abby. Good. Save it. Let's go right here. Reload. Now look at it. See now. Remember here, the heading is in a horizontal way. That is horizontal, right? Good. Now, this heading here is going to be vertical because one is going to be here, the other one is going to be here, the other one is going to be here, the other one is going to be here. So it's going to be vertical. Okay. So right now, you can now tell your machine that this scope can be a row because since your headings are on vertical, so it's going to be a row. The heading is now a row, but this one right now, since the headings are horizontal, the arrangement is in columns. The arrangement is in columns. Okay, you can tell your brother that this is a row. Okay, now let's go on. After this, you go right here, tr. What do we do? The same thing. The same thing. Let me just copy all of this. As I've told you, if you're going to be a coding person, if you're someone that wants to really code, you must learn how to copy and paste. So this is going to be price. So how much was this? Let's copy the prices together, right? Click here, hold your control key, click here, and then click here, and then shift right key, right to copy it, control C to copy it, and then let's bring it down here. Amazing. Just come right here, come right here, come right here. Let's highlight this ones to the point where berry stops, then control V. Now then let's remove this S. Let's remove this also. See? How cool is that? Now let's take this again. Oh my god, I love this. And then drop it here and then paste, right? Good. This is quantity, right? Good. Quantity. Paste. Let's take quantity. What are the quantities? 30. So let's come here, click. hold your control key, come here, also click, hold your control key. Don't release your control key at all. Click, then you hold your shift key and then your right arrow, because we're going to the right. 1, 2. Release it, control C, and then let's come over here. Same thing else here, control, control, control and click, control and click. Now shift, move right, then control V. Voila, you have it. So save it. Now let's go right here and let's reload it. See? Can you see now? So the headings are vertical. Therefore, they allow your items to be in a row at a time. Here, the headings are horizontal. 1, 1, 2, 3. Therefore, they allow your what's it called now? Sorry, the heading here is horizontal. Yes, I've said that. The heading here is horizontal. Therefore, they allow your data to be in colons, in colons. Whereas here, the headings are vertical. Therefore, they allow your data to be in rows. So now the difference between two of them, that's why I'm using the scope of row, because everything here is a row. It's a row. Whereas here, the scope here is a colon, because it's all dropping down as a colon and colon. Now, do you understand it now? Do you understand how to create a table, vertical heading table and an horizontal heading table? Now, look at this. What if I want to merge rows together? Look at this right now. This one. Okay, let me try with the items. Right here, remember we used co-span here because this was a colon. Now let's use row span here. So there are two types, row span and there's colon span. So row span here, let's call this 4. Save it. Let's go to your browser and then reload it. What's going to happen? See, it shifted it. That's taking 4 rows. Guess what, guys? That's taking row 1, row 2, row 3. Oh, we didn't finish it. We didn't put total. Okay, we didn't put total. What's the last one? The last one was meant to be total, right? Okay. But anyway, let's use this as row 3, since this is 3 rows for now before we put total. This is 3 rows. Let's reload it. It's still the same thing though. So look at it. It has taken over row 1, taken over row 2, and it has taken over row 3. So it took it by itself, to itself. Items took it to itself. So it shifted price, it shifted quantity away. But it took all those rows, it took it to itself. That's why row span is it allows you to combine multiple rows together. While here, colon span allows you to combine multiple colons together. That's what we used here. We use co-span here. Here now we're using row span. Okay, good job, guys. So let me remove the row span. Remove it. Yeah, go away. We don't want you. We don't want you. So let's copy this and let's paste it here and let's call this one total, right? That's the 4th one, total, right? Total. Okay, good. Now row span and co-span only works with th and td. They do not work with tr, and they do not work with any of the semantic values, t foot, body, or t head. They don't. It only works with th and td. That's row span and co-span only works with th and td. So let's say, for instance, I want this one row span 2. Save it. Let's go to our browser and let's reload it. Where's that now? Anything work here? Row span 2, 10. Total of 10, right? 10. Okay, let's find out. It didn't work. It didn't work here. So it didn't work here anyway. So it's working on the heading. That's the header. Th is working on the header. Obviously, you saw that it worked on this, but it's not working on this table data on this one. Row span 2 is not picking it. Okay, it's not picking it on this, but definitely if I put it here on total, okay, let me put it on price. Let's put it on price. We've done it on items. Let's do it row span 3 price, row span 3 control R. See, it works. So it's picking 3 rows, 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, so it's working on the TH, but I don't know why it didn't work on the TD. Okay, let me see this TD. Let me try to make it a call span rather than a call span. Let's make it call span of 2. Save it, control R. Oh, okay, see, call span, it worked for call span. This 10 occupied 2 columns, 1 and 2. Did you notice that now? This 10 occupied, remember we put it under the 10. This, okay, it's 30. Where's 30? Yeah, 30, okay, sorry. It's the 30 that occupied 1 and 2. So it occupied 2 columns, 1 and 2. It didn't occupy row. It didn't occupy row. It doesn't accept, it is not accepting row. It's not working with row. So I think row span works with the TH, table header, while call span works with the table data. Okay, with the table data. So this is row span, this is call span, because in call span right now we can see it obviously that it took 1 and 2, it occupied 2, and it shifted these guys away, told them to get out. Let's undo this. So let's bring it back so I can come back to its normal position. See, back 2 columns. So that means that in the horizontal heading, we've done this call span. Okay, TD, okay, TD accepts call span, while TH accepts row span. But this one here, okay, let's try this out then. Row span, right? Row span 2. Save it. Let's reload it. See, it doesn't work. Now this one doesn't work here. Remember, this is not a row, this is a column. So this one was only going to work with call span 2. Save it, come over here and reload it. Now it works. So items took 2 columns to itself. 2 columns to itself. Okay, good. So when you are creating a table with an horizontal heading, everything you're going to use here is going to be call span, because this one too accepted call span. The TD also accepted call span. But when you're working with vertical heading table, the TH is going to accept, because the row is going to accept row span, but we notice that it did not accept call span. But the TD accepted call span. The TD, remember, it accepted call span. Anyway, guys, the video is long enough. I'm sure you now know how to create 2 tables, horizontal, with the horizontal heading and with the vertical heading, and you know how to put your scope in based on semantics, okay? And you know how to create a call span in it to merge columns together, and you know how to create a row span to merge rows together. So bye. Practice, please. Ensure you learn how to practice, and thank you for choosing my course. I really appreciate it. I do not take it for granted. Thank you so much. Bye.